Welcome to the room. Happy Wisdom Wednesday. Welcome in. Happy Wisdom Wednesday. Hopefully, you guys have had a fabulous day. Hope you have. Hi, Junior, Michael. Welcome in. Hi, Patricia. Be sure to turn your notifications on. Be sure to turn on the notifications. Good evening to you. So if you want to know and be notified when I'm coming on air, be sure to touch that little notification bell. Do that. It's a great day, a blessed day. Nancy Clark, welcome to the room. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Come on in. Be sure to share. Go ahead and hit that share button now so you don't have to think about it later. If you're a regular, be sure to put that you're hashtag veteran. If you're a newbie, put hashtag newbie. If you're a visitor, if you are a follower of Aunjane's, put hashtag visitor. The city where you're viewing from, it's always great to know where you're watching from. Vanjie, welcome to the room. Welcome to the rooms. We're going to talk about some consciousness and millennials when it comes to entrepreneurship and the different mindsets. The different mindsets. And we have a great guest tonight, Aunjane Johnson. Yes, of Destination Prosperity. She has a couple of things going on. She's a mother, she's a wife, she's a entrepreneur. She is something, like I said, a millennial on fire is exactly what she is. Fabian, welcome to the room. So, what should I say, Fabian? You mean to tell me I've been saying your name wrong all this time, Fab? Or shall I say Fabby baby? Welcome to the room. It's a beautiful day. Like I said, be sure to share. Can you hear me well out there? I'm having to project a little extra tonight. So I got it. Thank you so much, Fab. Yes. The worst thing in the world is saying somebody's name wrong. I get so antsy behind that. And I'm Valerie Miller. Valerie. My thing is I get a little huffy puffy when they spell my name wrong. 1A, 2 E's. That's what I say. 1A, 2 E's. You can't get that wrong. Val-er-e. Not Valerie. Val-er-e. Nuts. I know. The slightest things. But it doesn't take a whole lot. But like I say, Aunjane will be coming on here super soon. How has your day been? Has it been a great week so far? Yes, you are a newbie, Patricia. I can't wait until tomorrow so we can finish our conversation. It's a pleasure to know you. That indeed. I think I'm going to start telling jokes or something to just, I think I will. Next week, I'm going to have a joke for you. I'm going to have a joke for you on Wisdom Wednesday. And you know what? If you've noticed my timeline today, everything has been purple. Purple and green. I think it's because my birthday is going to be on Sunday. That's what it is. You know? That birthstone. The amethyst is everything. Welcome to the room, Veronica. It was rough for you today. God always finds a way for you to keep moving forward. Absolutely, Fab. Just keep pushing, push for greater. Have that reset. Sometimes, you have to just stop, press your brakes, and just be grateful for something. And when you stop and be grateful for something, it changes the whole mindset of the day. It really does. Hi, Veronica. I promise you it'll change, Fab. What are you grateful for today? Everybody tell me what you're grateful for. One thing, put it in the timeline. What are you grateful for today? I post a little sparrow on my timeline with gratitude time. That is me in my blog. There she is.
Hi.
Hi, doll. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Great. Thank you so much. Just waiting for you to get here. That's all. I haven't even said my announcement yet, but I've been talking about you a little bit.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead and
Just
continue.
a little bit.
Sorry.
Yeah. I'm just talking to the sparrows and saying, hey, what are you grateful for today? Fab,
Mm,
Fabian didn't have a good day today. He said, but God gave him the strength, to push forward. So I say, yeah. Sometimes we have to stop and be grateful for something, and it changes everything. It changes your mindset.
right.
It changes the day. Yeah.
It
And he says
does.
he has a coming in. Okay. I'll see you later. Be blessed, Fab. Come back if you can. However, welcome to the room, Sparrows. It's another fabulous Wisdom Wednesday. And I want to say thank you to each and every one for taking time out of your schedule to come in and join me and our darling guest, AJ, Aunjane Johnson, little Miss Millennial on fire. And I put that there on purpose. However, I am
I
Valerie
like it.
Miller. Yes, Valerie Miller of
Mhm.
T.V.M. The Valerie Miller double folds. This very moment, you have opportunity to change. You have time to redirect your life. You have time to do all things gracious through Him who strengthens us all. So that's it. So gratitude time is always a great thing. Inspire yourself. Inspire others. Think of the things that bring you joy when you have times that isn't the greatest during the days. Veronica Moore says she's
Mhm.
grateful for the beauty of the sunshine today. It was gorgeous today. How was it in Texas?
My
How was it,
goodness, it was
AJ?
confusing. It was confusing. It was cold this morning. The sun came out, and then it got cold again. But we got a little bit of sun for like a few hours. I don't know what's going on in Texas right now. So be grateful for your beautiful sunshine where you're at. We don't know what to wear over here.
Well, it's a little up and down here also. I think over the weekend it was
Mhm.
like 74 or 75, and that's nuts for February. Usually it's an ice storm or something by this time of the year. However,
Right.
we can't control the weather, just embrace it, and that's about all we can do. So all sparrows welcome, and we do have our guest. She's already on, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So before anything, you must introduce yourself. So AJ, tell us. I like to paint a
Okay.
picture. I paint the picture.
Okay.
You're someone. Say we met some years ago. 5 years ago we met. Haven't seen each other since.
Okay.
Tell me. Bring us all up to date with who you are, your companies, and how they came to be.
Okay. Well, if it was a couple of years ago, you met me when I was pregnant with my daughter. And that was a very tough time in my life. And I was currently brainstorming how I was going to get us out of our situation.
Yes.
So I have met a husband since then. I have had a son. And in between all of that, I did almost finish my accounting degree. I have 3 months left. I got certified in so many things
Great.
just to learn more about my business. And Destination Prosperity came up because I realized my goal for my children and my family is just for us to prosper. And I felt like if I could help other people prosper, it would be fulfilling for me.
Yes.
So that came about. And then Johnson Credit Consulting was just from people coming to me. I was fixing my own credit, and they came to me and they were like, "Hey, can you help me?" So I was helping people out, and I'm working on my husband's right now. It's a lot going on. So I just decided to turn it into a company. I was like, well, maybe this is something I should do, especially since I've always been into accounting and financing. Since
Yes.
I've worked in property management, you have to manage the money. So I, I just kind of put it all together.
And
So that's where I'm at
where
now.
that's where you are now. But you said accounting, you said finance, you said entrepreneurship, you said children, you said a marriage.
Yes.
And we have another little baby bump coming on the way.
Yes, April 25th, I'm having a baby girl.
And April 25th is my niece Tasha's birthday.
Really?
Yeah. My
Oh.
first niece, my big baby.
Oh.
And she just popped in the room. How about that? So that's a great
Oh,
time for you to have that baby. So I say
yes, it
to
is. It's a
you,
blessing.
congratulations. So a lot
Thank
has
you.
transpired in 5 years. A lot.
Mhm. A lot.
How how did it get to be that place? And I think this is where it's going to be the difference between me. I figure I'm an old school. I'm old school compared to you. You're the millennial.
Okay.
I'm the thinker.
Okay.
I think things through. I promise you, it needs to make sense. However, I am risky. I like to just take advantage of things, opportunities that present at the time. So I'm not that much different from you. However, at the same
Right.
time, you have to take risk in life. Even if you fall,
Okay.
you have to take them. And I feel like millennials are more risky than any other time of life.
It's true.
In your words, in your words, why is that? Why do you feel that is with today's society?
Because I believe with millennials, we just dive in. And a lot of us don't think about it first. It's more of a passion, a fire that kind of comes over us, and we're reaching for a goal and we're willing to do anything to get there. So it's like, I'm gonna try this out. Okay, that didn't work, I'm gonna leave that alone. Then we're gonna jump over here, and we kind of just jump wherever we can and then put the puzzle pieces together. So that's kind of our way of doing things. We fail a lot, but then when we actually find something that we enjoy, we stick with it.
And like I said, I'm old school. I'm a thinker.
Right.
It needs to make sense. And that's the
Mhm.
bridge and how we need to marry some of those ideas of old school and present, because
Right.
in your words, you said if you fall, you just try something else. And it's just like that because we don't think first. That was it.
Right.
We
Right.
think first, plan it out, make it plain. This is how it's going to be. So it's
Right.
benefits from both sides of that. So I just find it to be a joy to have conversation with you every time we talk. Your bursts of
Yeah.
energy all the time. Okay. And that's a great thing because you need energy to run
True.
multiple things. So you're not that old. So you don't have to go back that far when I ask you this.
Right.
When you were about 7 to 10 years old, what did you want to be when
Hmm.
you grew up? What was your
Oh
ideal,
my goodness.
the thing to do?
I wanted to be a producer. I wrote a lot of songs when I was younger. I was really into music. And so I wrote music, and my mom told me, well, you should be a producer and write all your music and learn how to play instruments so you can make money writing songs for people. And then I just realized as I got older, Hollywood just really isn't what people make it out to be. So I didn't want to go that route. So I just picked something regular, but unique at the same time. So yeah, 7 to 10 years old, I thought I was going to be the music guru. I was going to be writing songs for everybody because I was so creative. Didn't work.
Bingo, you said something that resonates. Being creative. You have to be creative to be an entrepreneur. No ands,
Absolutely.
ifs, or buts about that. Because if you're somebody who's completely introverted and just don't want to create or don't have ideals to do that, there are times when you become comfortable and complacent and do the same thing day in, day out. I'm going to do this until the day I expire. This is it. That is all. A lot of people are like that. However, it's different for creatives. It's always a plethora of things going on in
Mm-hmm.
the head. Always. It's barely time for it to rest. Okay?
Yeah, that's true.
Yes. But knowing that your ultimate dream was producing music and looking at what you're doing now, do you feel like this is going to be
Right.
something that's going to be something you can do for a period of time? And I'm going to say the R word, retirement. Are these things that
Yes.
you would do until retirement? Because you said millennials would change, they change, they change.
Hmm.
Nobody works jobs anymore for long periods, 4 or 5 years max.
Right. Absolutely.
You see?
Well, I feel that I'm working this until retirement because I spent so much time planning it out and I finally put the pieces together where it makes sense to me now.
Yeah.
And it's something I'm comfortable sharing with other people. So I feel like you need to stick with that. If it's comfortable for you and your passion is in it, I don't see the point of moving around anywhere.
And you shouldn't, because you've tapped into something that awakens you. It's something that you were born to do. And it's a difference between doing a job. It's a difference between even being an entrepreneur and your intentions behind doing that. So
Right.
why are you doing that? I am a conscious lifestyle strategist, right? So for me to
Right.
know all of the things I've done in my past has prepared me for what I do in the present. That's a great thing. But there are some coaches out here that just jump on board because it's lucrative, because it's the thing, it's the in thing right
Mhm.
now.
Right.
However, that's the worst mistake you can make because it's not going to last long term for you. Whereas, like you were saying, if you're passionate about it, you love it, that's what I say to clients. If you don't love it, you best to not do it. You will not commit to it. You won't do it for a long period of time. And you're saying that
Right.
you will retire from this. So the
Yes.
change of heart, the change of mind, because it was something you enjoyed as a hobby to write music. It's a difference between a hobby and a birthright gift,
hmm
you see.
Absolutely. That's true.
So, what is your birthright gift? That thing that woke you up to say, okay, this is something I can do for the rest of my life. I'm going to retire doing this. I'm going to build around it. I'm going to build a legacy for my children. What was that thing?
That thing was, well, I'll tell you like this. When I was growing up, my grandmother and a lot of my family members thought I was going to be a teacher because I've always enjoyed teaching people how to do things.
Yes.
So even when I was in cosmetology school, I was helping the instructor without even realizing what I was doing. And she was like, well, maybe you should go to school to be an instructor. I'm like, no, I just want to learn how to do things like color hair, stuff like that. But so this is kind of my way of teaching. My workshops and my classes and my power hours, all of that is teaching somebody. So it really is fulfilling for me. I used to have a little small tutoring program when I was in like high school, and I
Uh-huh.
taught little kids and prepared them for the tax test. So yeah, that thing is teaching for me, and I figured out a way to teach without having to go to a school to do it.
And you're teaching all the things that you are passionate about. You go and get all the certifications, you
Absolutely.
go and you get all these things because you're drawn to it. It doesn't mean that you have to do it on a full time basis. You just find fulfillment in it. You see? So
Yes.
that's where multi service companies come from. Yes?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So, how do you market that? That's something that you don't hear all the time, to have a multi service company. And it's okay. You're
hmm
creative. I'm a creative. I do the same thing: interior design, cosmetic herbalist, those types of things. Very creative. On top of the coaching,
hmm
on top of some things that I'm not even about to share right now. It's some new things. Even with this live, all the things I've always wanted to do: journalism, communications. That's all of this. So tell me, how do you market your multi services? Finances, accounting. You can color your hair on the weekend. You can do somebody's hair on top of that. So you have a number of things. The magic of millennials. Go.
Okay. So I market by targeting places where people that don't have the knowledge would need it. So community centers, they always have some kind of programs going on. They're always looking for a way to get information to people.
Yeah.
So that's my target market. And of course, media interviews, things like this, just talking to people. I don't just do business here in San Antonio. I want to do business everywhere.
Yeah.
So that's really what I do. I market education. I come up with a topic every week and I talk about it and I teach them steps and I go through, the motions with them so they can get a clear understanding of how certain things work. So they see me as not just a coach, but as someone that can teach them something and that brings value to them. So that's how I market.
I'm proud of you. I've said
Oh,
it
thank
three
you.
times today. I think I've told you 3 times that I'm proud of you because
You
it
have.
takes a lot to do what you're doing. And I really believe the mindset of the millennial is what's going to have to be contagious within any entrepreneur, within any person that's looking to advance within their careers. You have to
Yes.
have that go get it attitude. You have to have it. If you don't have that, you will sink, and you will sink fast. What you are doing is utilizing the World Wide Web. That is the grace for any person who wants to put their business out there. If you want to train anything or anyone, it's going to be the route to take. It really is.
Right.
Now, how are you managing all of this? Being a wife, being a mom, multiple streams. How are you managing?
Hmm. Well, I work around, me and my husband kind of sat down and talked about this because I told him, hey, let me build this. I'm working the 9 to 5 till I have the baby. So during my breaks, you have an hour lunch and you have 2 breaks that like they legally have to give you or something like that. So my breaks is when I have my consultations, right? Because they're only about 15 to 30 minutes long. And then lunchtime, I might take a call or I'll have something in the evening, but I always make sure I get home before 8 o'clock. If I don't, something drastic happened and I had no control over it. But that's me and my husband's agreement is that I come home in time to get the kids bathed and eat dinner with them. And, we still have our family time. We still have our time as husband and wife. We have shows that we pick and we watch them together. And that's kind of our thing. Like, and he's on this new Game of Thrones thing. So that's like every night I'm watching Game of Thrones. But that's my balance. Just with my kids on Sundays, it's strictly all about my kids. I don't really
Yeah.
answer messages. I don't answer calls. If you call me on Sunday, I'm sorry, because that's time for my babies. And Saturdays, I kind of do both. I have a strict amount of time that I'll do business, and then the rest of the day is dedicated to the family. And I might do something in the evening, but that's maybe once or twice a month. So I just
Okay.
schedule everything. I prioritize pretty much.
I think that's what the magic is because I can't say it enough. There is no such thing as a work life balance. Your work should be your life. And however you want to look at that. Because when you do come at it from that standpoint, then you can do it all. You really can. Most people say, oh, you can't be married and have a career like that. Yes, you can. It takes communication, it takes planning it out, and it all starts with doing the thing that you were born to do. That thing.
Right.
That's the only way it's going to balance. Otherwise, you're going to run yourself into the ground. You're not going to be productive. Nothing's going to work according. And that's when you start hopping and hopping and hopping, you know? And then
Right.
there's some comments out here saying, awesome, utilize your lunch break. Yeah, I love that you're utilizing your lunch break. And then that's from Veronica Morrison. Whittington still, balance is key. You have to balance those things, but the balance is easy when you're doing that thing that you love. And it's just uncovering
Right.
what that thing is. You had a true love in the beginning when you were younger. You've done things so well over time that you've had other people to suggest to you things that you should be, but nobody can tell you what you should be other than yourself. You know what
Right.
those things are. And Maria, she said, that's very important. Making time for those important in your life. Yes, family first. I will forever say family first. Family first.
Yeah.
Family first. And it's going to be, they're a part of your blueprint. Your husband
Yes, they
understands.
are.
You communicate about that. The children get it. As long as mommy
Hmm.
has time for us for dinner and give us that bath every night and put us in bed, she can do whatever she wants after that.
Right. Right.
I'm going to sit and have, Game of Thrones, night with my husband. Whatever it takes to keep everybody
Yeah.
happy and you're still getting to do what you want to do, right?
Yes, they are.
So, how did you
Yes.
decide? How did you know? What was the feeling that you had to know that I'm going to do all of these things? I'm going to host all of these webinars, workshops. Now I'm to the point I'm going to just expand my wings. I'm going to go further out than Texas.
Hmm. Well, it was. when I really sat down and looked at my business plan, because I write everything down.
Yes.
And when you can write it and look at it, you see it more clear. I said, this is something I can't just keep here. This is something that someone somewhere, everywhere needs. And that's what it was. It was just like this. It's really like a fire. It's this weird feeling. It's hard to describe, but it keeps you up at night, and it makes you feel like you're not doing enough, and that you need to look at the business plan again. Like, hey, there's something missing. Where's the expansion? There's more than just San Antonio. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. So that's where reaching out to you and everything came from, just so I can get the information out, because I absolutely love it. I love what I do.
It is. And when you say those magic words, they're the most powerful 5 words ever. I love what I do. When I love what I do, you make time for it. You're excited about it. You don't mind working half the night. You don't mind getting up early in the morning and you're only running on 3 hours of sleep. And everybody in the
Yes.
world is telling you to get rest. And you know,
Yeah.
no, I'm good. I don't need rest. He sustained me. He's telling me to do this stuff. You think he's gonna make me collapse?
Exactly.
I got this. He got that. It is for real. It is for real. It's the most beautiful thing. And you want everybody in the world to experience that feeling that you cannot name. You can't put a name on it. It's beyond joy. It's beyond
Mm-hmm.
gratitude. It's beyond that.
Mm-hmm.
It's absolute elation.
Yes, that's the word. Yes.
Elation. Because you are skyrocketing out of here. Because you are doing that thing. It's that love. And when you can
Right.
do these things and you give and give and give, and you don't even care about getting paid for it, you do it because it's out of your heart. And you'd have to be reminded, and somebody say, you can't be giving that away, Val. Why aren't you charging for that? I said, oh, I'll get it
Yeah.
somewhere else. It's about blessing. You don't think about money. If money comes first, you can forget it. You're not in the right thing. But when
Right.
you're doing it and you're doing it because you want to see somebody happy, you see how it can bless somebody else, build it, it comes. Some people believe that, some don't. I'm a believer in that.
I am.
Build the platform. It comes. You look up and then the money comes. Opportunities present themselves.
Yes,
And then
that
you're like,
is
oh my
true.
God, I didn't think about that. I mean, something happened today. I'm not even going to tell y'all. I was like, what? But you know what? Not expecting. I'll tell y'all sometime, but not right now. But
Okay.
the thing is, it's about you tonight because I feel like bringing a millennial on. You're the first that I've had on. And it's important. I feel like what you say, how you're thinking, can help someone out here that is older, that is an entrepreneur, probably working on some things, need to tweak a few things. And I am
Mm-hmm.
a believer pulling some of the steps and some processes from the millennial because you guys are all the way different. I will say that. I will hashtag it. Millennials are all the way different
Yeah,
in
a
a
little
good
bit.
way.
Yeah.
In a good way. You're a boulder coming down a mountain. That's the way I see
This
you guys.
is true.
Seriously, a boulder screaming down the mountain, picking up pace, not thinking about it could be cars down there, houses. Nope, we're going to plow through here because what I need is
Yep.
over there. And I'm going to
Exactly.
go over there. Hopefully, the house won't get hit. Hopefully, the cars are out of the way because we're coming. That's how I
Mm-hmm.
view millennials. And it's interesting to host and have conversations with it and with you
Yeah.
guys. So, what are some
This
nuggets
is
that you
some.
think about when you're looking at your blueprint, your business plan, and you feel like you need to tweak it just a little bit? Like, okay, I've done this, I love it a lot. However, I think I want to change this a little bit. And I'll say to anybody, don't ever do your business plan in ink. Do it in pencil in
Right,
case you need to go back and change something. Try it. It don't
right,
work. Don't throw it away. Just erase it and add something different.
right. So some nuggets
What
that
would
I
you say?
have, that would be, I would say that you should always go back and look at something that you missed. You are always going to miss something because there's always going to be somebody that's out there you can collaborate with, and you may not have realized,
Mm-hmm.
oh God, I offer this service, and they come across clients all the time. I didn't even think about that. Like, even an example, book publishers, they publish the book, but the people need help with advertising.
Yes.
I do advertising plans. I'm like, okay, great. That's a great collaboration. That's another meeting coming up. It's you always have to look at how you can expand yourself.
Yes.
What people out there could utilize you. And, the first business plan is cool. It's cute. You have this pretty cool idea, and but once you really start working in it, you start to see doors opening. You're like, I didn't even think about that. So you go back and implement that as well. So you can't be scared to go back to the drawing board. That's good.
Do it often.
Erase it, rewrite it. You
Yep.
might have to go back and write it again, but
Yep.
let's hope that we're making the sentence longer and not shorter.
Yes.
That's not how that works. But yeah, that's some nuggets. I really feel collaboration is key. You can't try to do it all by yourself. It's not going to work.
It's a fact. Collaboration
Mm-hmm.
is number one. And my suggestion is to get someone younger than you that's savvy and can bring something to your idea that you already have in place. Because it's not all about the millennial bringing, it's about you as someone that's seasoned to also give to that millennial. So that exchange of old and new is combustion.
Right.
That's how you can really catapult your jobs, your businesses. Look at it for what it's worth. It's a whole lot of role reversals in the work community now because older individuals have younger bosses, and that's a clash. It's a clash.
Yes, it
But
is.
it's all about how you look at
Mm-hmm.
that. Everybody can learn from something different. Collaborations are amazing. Every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I host a Zoom call for best practices, sharing ideas, and telling people about what I do every single Tuesday, 11 a.m. Eastern. It's like a melting pot, and I encourage people to come there. It's maybe one person there a week, it could be 5 people in there. It's continuing to grow over time because it's needed. You're correct, you can't do anything on your own. You need help, you need fresh ideas, and of course, you can always hire a coach to go through these things. But sometimes, if you just change
Right.
up the setting and not make everything about a dollar, everybody benefits. That's
Right.
the very reason I have that vibe session every single Tuesday, 11 a.m. Eastern. It's important to do. And there's some comments out here. Nisi Croft is saying, referencing millennials, they know what they want and in a hurry to get it. And I will piggyback off that, Nisi. You're hungry for it. You saw it, you liked it, I want it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I'm going to do whatever I need to do to get there. Now, not after the kids graduate, not after I go through a divorce, not after, all these things take place. When you start saying after, you're procrastinating, you're not serious, you don't love yourself enough, and nor are you hungry. So that
Right.
I can say for sure. Maria is saying learning. It's all about education. It's all about that. Educate yourself.
Yes.
Share what you know with other people. Don't hold it to yourself. Don't do that. That's the worst thing you can do. Anything I
Mm-hmm.
know that can benefit you, I'm going to share that. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. And their why is huge. That's what Fab is saying. Your why. Your why, you have a husband, you have children, you know, and some other whys, I'm sure. But you better have a why. And it's one that you are willing to make those sacrifices. Are you willing to sacrifice your
Right.
zip code? Whew, I had to sacrifice my zip code. I loved where I was. I loved it in Alpharetta, Georgia. Whew, but it's expensive in Alpharetta, Georgia. You can't live a lifestyle and build a empire. You can't. You can't. You got to
Right.
sacrifice. Some things have to go. Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to sell things? Are you that hungry for it? Are you willing to compromise and give up that lifestyle? Get rid of the things that are holding you back to free yourself to be greater quicker. So
Right.
these are, personal questions you have to ask yourself. What are you willing to do to get to that thing? The thing that you were born to do, the absolute greatest, the thing that makes you feel unbelievable, you know?
Right.
Okay, so we got the,
Are you asking me that?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Were you asking me, or was that just
I
a
was just,
statement?
honey, I was just wrapping it up, just going through it all.
Oh, okay.
But
I was like, do I answer that? But no, we're good. We're good.
yes, I was having some flashbacks because there are things, and you have to realize, and once you come to that realization, things does not matter. Material things does not matter.
Right.
It's just having a peace of mind, doing what you love, and letting that be enough. Everything else that is warranting, you do have. But a lot of people get caught up in the complacency of material, things that I've used to have,
Yeah.
having, and all of those types of things. But when you
Hmm.
are leaping out here and you're completely independent, and how you eat depends on that source, the
Hmm.
source, you might want to listen to this one rather than your own thoughts. I'm just saying,
Right.
you know?
Right.
So faith has a lot to do with it. It doesn't matter who you serve, as long as you serve and you have a higher power that you can definitely connect with, because you're going to need all the guidance that you can get, all of it.
Yes.
So, so. What's that you're saying, Whittington? Proud of you. Keep up the good work. And I'll be watching you. Good. Thank you, Whit. You are the most fabulous. The sparrows in here. Let me tell you about the sparrows. Sparrows are everything. They are. And it's no reason to have to single out any one person. They're all phenomenal. And I'm grateful for each and every one. That is the truth. And if you haven't read my gratitude time today, make sure you do that. It is on my timeline, and you will understand why. Every day I have to stop and talk about that gratitude time. And gratitude time is getting juicier and juicier because I'm loving life to have my freedom of time. I'm grateful for my time and everything that happens. God is sufficient. He's sufficient for everything. So why would I worry when he gave it to me? I'm not going to do that. And just like you're saying, you have all of these things layered in that you do. Keep them coming. You're teaching your children things that they're not going to learn in school. It's a beautiful thing. Continue to prosper, continue to grow, continue to teach, and do everything that you need to do to get ahead in life. Build that legacy. Let it flourish the way you need to see it flourish. Only you can imagine that with communication with your husband. And for whatever reason, you have gone into a freeze frame. And I'm just Tracy Anderson. Hello, my dear. We're going to have to bring AJ back in. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you so much. Everybody, just be sure to share this video. Be sure to share this particular broadcast. Share all of them. Turn your notifications on so you know when I'm coming on. Every single week, I have juiciness. Juicy And I am one of those people, I believe in sharing. Sharing is caring, bringing about awareness within community to awaken yourself to live your absolute greatest life. If you're not living your greatest life, it's time to make some adjustments to it. We don't know how much time we have. We don't. Make the best of every single day. And if you're living every day as if it was the last, then we get some things done. We get a whole lot more done with excitement because you're trying to beat the clock. And when we're trying to beat the clock, we're doing some amazing things. That is a fact. Okay, she's back. Let's see if I can get her in here. And then, come on. I can't. There we go. We can't control what happens with these networks. We really can't. And she's back.
Hi.
Hey, and it's okay. See what happens?
Yeah, that was a little interesting.
It happens. Remember when I said it? I'm looking for a new platform? I seriously am. I am. My days are numbered here on Facebook. As far as the lives, I'm just looking for a different platform for that. However,
Right.
live your best every single day. Be hungry for what you know you were put on this earth for. Research yourself, analyze, have that quiet time, meditate, pray, write out your life plan before you write out a business plan.
Mm-hmm.
What do you see for yourself? Where do you see yourself in 7 days? Where do you see yourself in 6 months? My God, I'll be 50 on Sunday. I keep telling myself this every day I get closer. Oh my gosh, I want to be 50 on Sunday. 50? What? 50? But you know what? That is the most beautiful thing because somebody didn't make it to 50. And
Right.
so it's gratitude for that. And just even looking over and thinking back over the past year, all of the beautiful things that's happened. April will be a year that I took the leap, the real leap, not just a side gig, like doing it. Writing these
Okay.
books. Number two's coming out. So as I replay the reel of my life for 50 years, you know, it's amazing. It's amazing. I'm so grateful. 50 is
Oh,
fabulous. 50 is fierce. 50 is favored. 50 is phenomenal with an F, not the P. But the thing is, it's 50. 50 is gracious. And I am so gracious to be entering that club, Fabian. I really am. I am. It's just it's a beautiful thing. You have a ways to go. You have a ways to go, baby.
I do.
Just
I
embrace
do.
it and I applaud. Thank you for the compliment, Seth. I applaud you because you're doing all of this now. And we love
Thank
to
you.
entertain the if I hads. The if I had, I could have. If I had known what I know now back then, I could be. You can't do that. You
Mhm.
can't do that. Stay in the present
Right.
space. When God give it to you, listen, move, actions forward. That's it. You're blessed to get
Yes.
all of this knowledge early, and you're doing it with a family. That's my biggest applaud
Yeah.
because it's an excuse for most people. It's an
Right.
excuse.
It is.
Why is it not yours? What made you so hungry to go get everything that you can capture right now? What made you go get all of that? No excuse attitude. What was that about?
Because I don't believe that a regular hourly job is going to help me take care of my family the way I want to, or contribute to taking care of my family. Because my husband does a very great job, but I
Yes.
have a vision for us. I'm a visionary, And I don't see 15 an hour, 16. I don't care if they pay me $20 an hour. I don't feel like working under someone is going to get me there. I can't utilize myself to my full capacity working for somebody else. So
Yes.
that's something I realized early.
It makes you feel good to know that.
Yes, it did.
So it's no room for complaining. Because I remember,
Nope.
working and going to work every day. But when it got to those the last weeks, it was the hardest to go. And when you get to work and you sit in your car for half an hour and you're supposed to be at work, you know,
I've done it.
you leave home at the time you're supposed to be there, you know?
Yep.
And then you get there and you still have to process it before you can get out of the car to go in there. It's done.
Right.
It's over. Can't take it anymore. And I won't say that it's time wasted, but it's time that could have been spent wiser. If it was spent
Right.
more wisely to see how life could be impacted. And it is a hard job. It's not easy. And I was thinking about it on the front end. And has it been easy? Absolutely not. It's nothing easy about this. Anything that is easy is terrible for your life.
Yep.
Anything that's extremely hard is blessings over your life. So look at it from that standpoint. Do the work. It's worth it. When you can get up
It
when you
is.
want, you can plan your vacations when you want, you can do anything you want your way. And I'm going to say it until all the wheels fall off of it. There are only two people in this world: the ones who has dreams and willing to sacrifice whatever they need to get those dreams. And they're the people who work for the people who have those same dreams.
Right.
So either you're going to be the
That's
leader or you're going to be the follower in it. It's nothing wrong with working for other people because not everyone is cut out for entrepreneurship or not. But you only know that when you have tapped into what your grace is, to what you were born to do. And until you're doing that particular thing, you can forget about joy in your life. You're going to be mad every Sunday night, every Sunday morning. You're going to look
yeah.
forward to Wednesdays because it's hump day. And you're going to be looking forward to
Mm-hmm.
those vacations.
Yeah. For 2 weeks of vacation you get.
Yes. And Fab has a message. He's saying, as a retired major in the Marine Corps and making a good salary, I had to leave because I was not, hold on, I got to open it, because I was not enjoying what was going on all around me. I now make less and I feel free. However, my dreams are making me pursue what I want. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Because it's not about the money. It's about how you're feeling every day. Going to work and working under those types of stresses changes your mindset, changes your attitude. You're hard to be around. Your health is suffering. Your faith is suffering. You get to the point to where you now want to blame your higher power. Mm-mm. I need you to walk over to the mirror whenever these things are happening and talk to that reflection that's looking back at you. It's your decision to make. Nobody's but yours. The higher power, the Lord I serve, He gave each and every one of us free will to do
What you
whatever.
did.
I've put it in here for you, child. Are you going to awaken it? Are you going to live it? If you choose not, it's okay. You can carry on. There are consequences for your choice on both sides.
So
Choose
true.
wisely. Choose wisely. That's all I can say. Because money comes. If money is your objective, this is why you're where you are. Take money out of the equation. Yes, necessity, we need it. It's a
Yeah.
necessity. Gotta have it. Need. Make adjustments where you need to.
Right.
You know. And it's a beautiful thing. Patricia has a comment. It is never too late to fulfill your dream. I am 69 and just got my book published. Congratulations, Patricia.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Patricia is amazing. Patricia has an amazing story. Patricia is definitely the truth. And you're going to see Patricia on here. She's coming to. It's quite a few people that are sparrows that are absolutely amazing, like yourself.
Thank you.
Hey, you're welcome. I just want you to know that, again, what am I going to say?
You're proud of me.
I am, because I need you to stay driven, focused on everything that God has put in your heart to bring those things
Yes.
into fruition. And as long as you align the way you are, everything is going to come. All of it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I received that.
Yeah, it's coming. Because when you can be pregnant with little people and a husband and you're working a job, you are so driven to where you have the drive to have meetings on your lunch. That's determination. That is a
Yes.
free will. You choose to do that. Not many people will.
Mm-hmm.
So when you can make things happen in your life that way, share that joy.
I
Share the
sure
joy,
will. I will
because
continue.
it's contagious. It's contagious. And I'm just at a loss. Is there anything else you want to share?
Well, in the comments later, I will post some information so people know how to get in contact with me.
Yeah.
My battery is a little low, so I'm scared it's going to die on us. But yeah, I just encourage everyone, just stop suppressing your dreams, go for your passions. Right now is the time. If you need help, there's people out there to help you. There are resources available to you. Do not be afraid to be who God called you to be. That's what I say to anybody. Don't be afraid of it. If he give you the vision, go for it. There's a reason it's there.
Absolutely. And it's always up to you to make the decision to take that first step. It doesn't matter what it looks like, just take that first step. Martin Luther King Jr. That's where that came from. My ultimate favorite quote of all times, because it's just a plethora of truth. That's all it is. Close your eyes and go. And what you see
Yes.
and what you envision is that light on the other side. That light is your destiny of where you're supposed to be. Just go. Go for it and do what you have to do to get
Yes.
there. Make sure you share your dream with other people, because you never know whose paths you're going to cross in order to help you get there. That's what's important.
Mm-hmm.
Just get there. Don't worry about how, just get there.
Exactly.
And be a boulder down a mountain like a millennial. Move out of the way, everything else, because here I come. That's the only way I can describe
Exactly.
it. It's a beautiful thing. And so, of course, I'm going to be in touch with you. Keep me in the loop with what's going on. I know we've got about another 10
Yes.
weeks before baby comes. So we'll
Yes.
talk. We'll talk after, later in the week or early next week. So I want to say thank you so much
Okay.
for coming on. It's been
You're
a great
welcome. Thank
week.
you for having me.
Yes, it's been nothing but pleasure. And I see some great things coming to bloom for you. So keep doing what
Thank
you're
you.
doing, because you're doing it out of the graciousness of your heart. And there's so many people that you're touching. And on their behalf, I'm just going to say thank you for all of them. Okay.
Oh, thank you. Don't
You're
get me emotional over here, Val. Don't do it. Don't do it.
okay. I don't want
Don't
to make
do
you
it. Don't get me
emotional,
emotional.
but I speak from my heart. It's just beauty. Your beauty exudes, and it's from inside out, and that's why you will do great things. Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So smooches, go charge up your phone,
Okay.
spend time with your family, and thank you,
I
husband,
will.
for giving us some time with AJ. And like I said, we'll
Yes,
be
thank you.
yes. So smooches to you, and we'll talk again soon. Okay. Ciao, ciao.
Ma'am.
There you have it, Sparrows.
Bye.
Bye. Do you have it, Sparrows? Little Miss AJ, Aunjane Johnson. Like I said, she was a millennial on fire, and she is definitely that. It's just a great thing. I'm very happy that we met, and it goes along with so many other people that I've met and continue to meet every single day. That's where I am graced. This is where God has given me so many blessings to do what I do, to have the platform that I have, and to bring these wonderful people to you, to share their knowledge, to the awareness and the things that you can take the nuggets away that's going to benefit you as well in your life. So I get joy out of you learning, out of you receiving wisdom, out of you taking the time to even come in and share with me all the time, every single week. So I say thanks so much. Have the best evening you can. And I shall see you again on next week. And when I get back here next week, I will be 50. I still can't say it enough. The big 50, me, moi. That's a gift within itself. So, on that note, I say love without conditions. Always possess a positive attitude and soar in all you do. I love you, Mina. Switches. Good night. Ciao.